Officer, I vote for my colleague in the 11th Congress, Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Mr. Presiding Officer, my vote goes to Representative Alan Peter Cayetano.
Amatong. Mr. Speaker, I vote for Congressman Abante. Andaya.
Mr. Speaker, I vote for the Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Angara.
Mr. Presiding Officer, my vote is Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Aragones.
Mr. Presiding Officer, ang boto po ng ikatatlong distrito ng Laguna ay para kay Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Arbison.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I vote for Alan Cayetano.
Arenas.
Representing the 3rd District of Pangasinan, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano, Mr. Speaker.
Arroyo Juan Miguel.
In heeding the wisdom of the President, this representation votes for Cayetano.
Arroyo Maria Lourdes. Atienza.
Mr. Speaker, I would have voted for my congressman from Manila, Congressman Abante, who's qualified. But he voted for Cayetano. I am constrained for my desire for a healthy democracy. Kailangan magkaroon tayo ng balanse sa loob at labas ng ating Kongreso. Kaya hindi na po muna ako bumoto pagkat gusto kong manatiling malinaw po ang landas ng ating demokrasya. I abstain.
Aumentado.
Mr. Speaker, I vote for Peter Alan Cayetano.
Babasa.
Mr. Speaker, as a representative of the 2nd District of Zamboanga del Sur, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Magansing.
Mr. Speaker, malugod po naming binoboto mula sa 5 distrito ng Maynila, Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Baito Aguinaldo.
Mr. Presiding Officer, ang amin pong boto ay para kay Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Balindong.
Alan Peter Cayetano. Barba. Alan Peter Cayetano. Barbers. Presiding officer, my vote is for a colleague in the 11th Congress, a good friend, and a believer and a loyal follower of our president. My vote is for Alan Peter Cayetano. Baronda.
My vote is for Speaker Alan Cayetano.
Marzaga.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the voice of the city of Dasmariñas votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Pasco. Mr. Speaker, representing from the 1st District of Agusan del Sur, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano. Bautista.
Mr. Speaker, as a representative of Dumper Party List, my vote is for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Bautista Bandigan.
From Lone District of Davao Occidental, Peter Alan Cayetano.
Belmonte.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I vote for Benny Abante.
Benitez.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the 3rd District of Negros Occidental votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Merlos. Mr. Presiding Officer, the vote from the Lone Legislative District of Abra is for Alan Peter Cayetano. Yazon.
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the people of Muntinlupa City, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Billones.
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation from the 1st District of Capiz votes for Speaker Peter Alan Cayetano.
Biron. Mr. Presiding Officer, the 4th District of Iloilo votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano. Bulilia.
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation from the 4th District of Batangas votes for Peter Alan Cayetano.
Bondok. Mr. Speaker, when we entered in the
11th Congress, he was the Benjamin of the House. The youngest, the best, the brightest. I'm proud to vote for Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano. Bordado,
Mr. Presiding Officer, as representative of the 3rd District of Camarines Sur, I am voting for Congressman Abante as Speaker of the House of Representatives 18th Congress.
Bravo,
First District of Masbate votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Rosas,
Mr. Presiding Officer, ang kinatawan pong ito ay bumoboto para kay Representative Benny Abante.
Pulot,
Mr. Presiding Officer, Lone District of Payao votes for my former colleague in the 11th Congress, Congressman Peter Cayetano.
Bustos,
Alan Peter Cayetano.
Kabatbat,
Mr. Presiding Officer, Magsasaka Party List votes for Congressman Benny Abante.
Kabutsan,
Magdalo abstains.
Cabredo,
From the 3rd District of Albay, I vote for Speaker Alan Cayetano.
Kada,
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representative of the Lone District of Davao del Sur, I vote for my party mate, Alan Peter Cayetano.
Calderon,
Mr. Presiding Officer, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Calixto,
Mr. Presiding Officer, as representative of Lone District of Pasay, I vote for Peter Alan Cayetano.
Caminero,
Mr. Presiding Officer, the 2nd District of the Province of Cebu is supporting me in backing Speaker Alan Cayetano as our Speaker.
Campos,
Mr. Presiding Officer, I vote for Alan Cayetano.
Kanama,
Mr. Presiding Officer, from GovNatco Party List, I vote Alan Peter Cayetano.
Noogdan,
Cayetano.
Cari,
Mayong buntag, Mr. Presiding Officer, as the representative of the 5th District of Leyte, Alan Peter Cayetano.
Castelo,
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the 2nd District of Quezon City, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Castro France.
Mr. Presiding Officer, ang kinatawang pong ito mula sa Active Chairs Party List ay bumoboto kay Congressman Benny Abante.
Castro Fredinil.
Representative Alan Peter Cayetano.
Cayetano Alan Peter.
Sir, Presiding Officer, I would have voted for Paulo Duterte, but he's not a candidate. So I will vote for Bishop Brother Benny Abante.
Cayetano Maria Lacarni.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as the representative of the 2nd District of Taguig, I respectfully nominate the Congressman of the 1st District of Taguig, Pateros, Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Celeste.
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of 1st District of Pangasinan, I vote for my party mate, Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Chato.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as representative of the 1st Congressional District of the province of Bohol, and as a fellow worker in the past Congresses of the distinguished gentleman from Taguig, I am fully convinced that he will be heading the 18th Congress well. I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Chipeco.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the Long District for the City of Calamba, where the national hero Gato Rizal was born. Ang bilin po sa akin ni Gato Rizal, pumoto kay Alan Peter Cayetano. So, Mr. Speaker, I vote for the distinguished gentleman for the City of Taguig, Alan Peter Cayetano.
Chungalao.
Mr. Speaker, the Lone District, province of Ifugao, home of the famous rice terraces, through this representation comes to Congress with an entirely different tone and tune, and therefore I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Co Angelica.
Mr. Presiding Speaker, I respectfully vote for Congressman Benny Abante.
Co Elizalde.
Benny Abante.
Co Wangko.
My vote is for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Colyantes.
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the people of the 3rd District of Batangas, which includes the cities of Tanawan and Santo Tomas, I cast my vote for Congressman Peter Cayetano.
Crisologo.
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of 1st District of Quezon City, we vote for the representative who has the same initials as their representative, APC, Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Kuwa.
Mr. Presiding Officer, in representation of the people of Quirino, the Lone District of Quirino, I vote for Representative Alan Peter Cayetano as Speaker of the House of the 18th Congress.
Quaresma.
Good morning. This representation coming from the Lone District of Nueva Vizcaya votes for Representative Alan Peter Cayetano.
Cueva.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I vote for Congressman Peter Alan Cayetano.
Colyamat.
Mr. Presiding Officer, my vote is for Bini Amante.
Dagook.
Mr. Presiding Officer, originally I am intending to support Alan Peter Cayetano, but Lady from Iloilo nominated Bini Abante. Our party list is always endeavoring for advancement. We wanted always to go forward. I vote Bini Abante. I wanted to go forward.
Zamboanga City, 2nd District votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Talog.
On behalf of the people of the Lone District of Mountain Province, we vote for Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano.
Daza.
Maupay nga aga, Mr. Presiding Officer, 1st District of Northern Samar is for Alan Peter Cayetano.
De Jesus.
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of PIRECA or the Philippine Rural Electric Cooperatives Association, we are voting for, I cast my vote for Alan Peter Cayetano because we believe he will deliver us to the promised land. Thank you.
De Venecia.
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of the proud people of the 4th District of Pangasinan, we vote for Alan Peter Cayetano. Thank you.
Defensor Lawrence.
Mr. Speaker, from the 3rd District of Iloilo, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Defensor Michael.
Mr. Speaker, since college, we have been in opposing parties. He was with the Nagkaisang Tugon and I was with Samasa. In the 11th Congress, he was in the majority and I was in the minority. We have never been together in the political arena. But today, I have the opportunity to vote for a friend of many years. I vote and side with Alan Peter Cayetano.
Del Mar,
Mr. Presiding Officer, representing the First District of the City of Cebu, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
De Los Santos,
My vote is for Alan Peter Cayetano.
De Loso Montalia,
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation from the 2nd District of Zambales votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Di Maporo Abdullah,
Mr. Presiding Officer, we vote for Cayetano.
Di Maporo Khalid,
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the 1st District of Lanao del Norte, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Duavit,
Mr. Presiding Officer, the First District of Rizal votes for Representative Alan Peter Cayetano.
Duhali,
Mr. Speaker, representing the 2nd District of Davao del Norte, I will vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Duterte,
Mr. Speaker, isip representante sa unang distrito sa siyudad sa Davao kung asa gapuyo ang atong halangdong presidente. Ako, gapuboto kang Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Di Faustino Ino,
Mr. Presiding Officer, as the representative of the 6th District of Isabela, my vote will be for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Di Faustino Michael,
Good morning. Representing the 5th District of the Province of Isabela, votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Di Ian,
Mr. Presiding Officer, the 3rd District of Isabela votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ebcas,
Mayong bundag, Mr. Speaker. Isip party list representante sa ako padayon Pilipino, ang ako boto ihatag ko kang Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano. Salamat.
Cleo,
Mr. Presiding Officer, the District of Dinagat Islands votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Elago,
Mr. Presiding Officer, we aspire and struggle for a House of Representatives that truly stands by its mandate as House of the People. Ngayon, higit kailanman, kailangan natin ng Kongreso na titindig para sa interes ng mamamayan at ng ating buong bansa. Para sa pinakamalawak na pagkakaisa sa pagsusulong ng karapatan, ng kabuhayan, ng soberanya at ng demokrasya, ang boto ng tunay na representasyon ng kabataan ay para kay Representative Bienvenido Abante. Maraming salamat.
Enverga,
Mr. Speaker, the 1st District of Quezon votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Erice,
Sir Presiding Officer, I am truly grateful to the Liberal Party for being liberal enough to allow me to vote for my conscience and my, I think, a smart and intelligent choice, Alan Peter Cayetano.
Erigel.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as representative of the 2nd District of La Union, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ermita Buhain.
Sa ngalan po ng representante po ng unang distrito, ang aking boto po ay para po sa ating pong Speaker, Alan Peter Cayetano.
Escudero.
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation vote for Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Espina.
Mr. Presiding Officer, from the Lone District of Biliran, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Espino.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the 2nd District of Pangasinan votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Estrella.
Mr. Presiding Officer, APC, Abono Party List Cayetano.
Fariñas Ria.
Mr. Presiding Officer, representing the 1st District of Ilocos Norte, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Fariñas Rudis Cesar.
Alan Peter Cayetano.
Fernandez.
Mr. Presiding Officer, do we have other choice? If none, between Alan Peter Cayetano and Benny Abante, si Benny Abante po bishop yan, and I really respect the guy. And I respect your father as well. Pero mukhang mas mabait ito si Alan Peter Cayetano, kaya I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Fernando.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I go with Peter in voting for the Lord's Bishop Benny Abante.
Ferrer Juliet.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ferrer Luis.
Mula po sa ika-6 na distrito ng Lawigan ng Cavite, ang boto ko po ay para kay Alan Peter Cayetano.
Flores.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the 2nd District of Bukidnon votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Fong Juan.
From Lone District of Benguet, we vote for Peter Alan Cayetano.
Fortune.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I join Representative Alan Peter Cayetano in his vote for Congressman Benny Abante.
Fortuno.
From the 5th District of Camarines Sur, my choice for Speaker, Mr. Presiding Officer, is Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Frasco.
Mine Buntag, Mr. Speaker. As representative of the 5th District of Cebu, home of the world-famous Titay's Liloan Rosquillos, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Puente Belia.
Mr. Presiding Officer, representing the 4th District of Camarines Sur, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Leyte.
Ginoong Tagapangulo, bilang kinatawan ng bayan muna na nangakong hindi aatras, aking iboboto, Abante. Congressman Benvenido Abante. Maraming salamat po.
Carbin.
Mr. Presiding Officer, ako Bicol votes for Benny Abante.
Garcia, Jose Enrique.
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of the 2nd District of Bataan, I vote for Representative Alan Peter Cayetano.
Garcia, Pablo John.
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the people of the 3rd District of the province of Cebu, I am honored and I'm proud to vote for an old friend and the new kind of leader that this House needs, Representative Alan Peter Cayetano.
Garcia Vincent.
I vote for Alan Cayetano.
Garin Janet.
Mr. Speaker, the Speaker in waiting, Congressman Alan Cayetano, is a very good friend of mine. At meron po akong isang kaibigan na nakasama ko noong nakaraang kongreso, but we were never one in our advocacy for reproductive health. Umatras siya noon, nanalo kami, kaya patuloy ko pong isinusulong. Umatras man siya, isinusulong pa rin po namin, Abante Pilipinas, Benny Abante, for Speaker of the 18th Congress.
Garin Sharon.
Mr. Speaker, as representative of Ambisua Party List, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Gasataya.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as representative of the Lone District of Bacolod City, ang boto ko po ay hindi dahil sa kaklase ko siya nung college, kundi dahil nagniwala pa ako sa kanyang kakayahan na maging speaker. My vote is for Representative Alan Peter Cayetano.
Gatchalian.
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of the 1st District of Valenzuela City, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Gato.
Mr. Presiding Officer, representing the Lone District of Batanes, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Heron.
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation from AGA Party List, Agricultural Sector Alliance of the Philippines, vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Go Ed.
Bilang kinatawan po ng ikalawang distrito ng Isabela, masaya po akong iboto Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Go Mark.
Mr. Presiding Officer, This representation from the Lone District of Baguio City votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Gonzaga,
On behalf of the 2nd District of Compostela Valley, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Gonzales Aurelio,
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the 3rd District of Pampanga, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano for Speaker.
Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Carlo,
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of Marino Party List, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Goriseta,
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of the 2nd District, Iloilo Province, I vote for Representative Alan Peter Cayetano.
Wico,
Sir, Presiding Officer, representing the 5th District of Pangasinan, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Gulyas,
Mr. Presiding Officer, as representative of the 1st District of Cebu, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Guya,
Mr. Presiding, in behalf of the Recoboda Party List, Rural Electric Consumers, Beneficiaries of Development and Advancement, our vote is for Ben Abante. Aresco.
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of the 2nd District of Aklan, including Boracay, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ataman,
I vote for Congressman Cayetano.
Hernandez,
As a representative of the 2nd District of South Cotabato, I vote for Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Herrera D,
Mr. Presiding Officer, we need leadership, progress, and positive change. We need a speaker who can initiate innovations and reforms. Thus, Bagong Henerasyon Party List votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Offer,
Maing buntag, representing the 2nd District of Zamboanga, Sibugay, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Paloshos,
From the 1st District of Zamboanga del Norte, votes for Congressman Peter Alan Cayetano.
Javier,
I vote Alan Peter Cayetano.
Jimenez,
Buenos dias a todos. Magandang umaga po. Mr. Presiding Officer, representing the 1st District of Zamboanga City, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ko Elisa.
From the 2nd District of Masbate, including Masbate City, this representation votes for Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ko Wilton.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the 3rd District of Masbate votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Kong Hoon.
Sir Presiding Officer, sa unang distrito ng Zambales, kasama ang Olongapo, Subic, Basilio, sa San Marcelino, ang boto ko po ay kay Alan Peter Cayetano.
Labat-labat.
This representation from the 2nd District of Zamboanga del Norte votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano, Mr. Speaker.
Lacson.
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation from Manila Teachers Party List votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Lacson Noel.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the Lone District of Malabon votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Lagban.
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation casts a no vote.
Lagon.
Mayang buntag, Mr. Speaker. As a representative of Akon Bisaya Party List, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano because we believe his leadership.
Lara.
Mr. Presiding Officer, makastang umatan nitam namin, iboto na tersera distrito na Cagayan para kay Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano.
Lazatin.
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the 1st District of Pampanga, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Lianson.
Morning, Mr. Presiding Officer. This representation from the 1st District of Oriental Mindoro is voting for Alan Peter Cayetano for Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Legarda.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as representative of the Lone District of Antique, I respectfully cast my vote for a former colleague in the Senate, Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano.
Lim.
Mr. Presiding Officer, representative of RAM Party List, Revolutionaryong Alyansang Makabansa, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Lim Kay Chong.
This representative from Negros Oriental 1st District cast her vote for Honorable Bienvenido Abante Jr.
Lopez Jose. Lopez Manuel.
Presiding Officer, magmula po sa magiting na bayan ng Tondo, ay ginagawad namin ang aming boto sa kagalang-galang na si Alan Peter Cayetano.
Loyola,
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representative from the District of Cavite votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Maceda,
Mula po sa ika-4 na distrito ng Maynila, ang representasyong ito ay bumoboto sa isang tao na matagal ko nakakilala, hindi lang kaklase, katabi pa. Pero ang higit sa lahat ay may angking galing at talino at kakayahan para mamuno bilang Speaker ng 18th Congress. Ang boto ko po ay para kay Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Madrona,
Mr. Presiding Officer, allow me first to acknowledge my provincial and municipal officials there who would want to witness my vote today. Romblon votes for Alan Peter Cayetano as Speaker.
Malapitan,
The First District of Caloocan votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Mangawang,
Mr. Presiding Officer, from the province of the Lone District of Kalinga, our vote is for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Mangudadato,
Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. Mr. Speaker, my vote goes to Alan Peter Cayetano.
Marcoleta,
Sagip Party List votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Mariano Hernandez,
Mr. Presiding Officer, through this representation, the 2nd District of Laguna, which consists of Cabuyao, Los Baños, and Bae, votes for Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano. Thank you.
Mariño,
Mr. Presiding Officer, alay simula nung nagsimula, kami Alan Cayetano.
Marquez,
Yes, Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of my constituents from the 1st District of Aklan, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Martinez,
The 2nd District of the City of Valenzuela votes for speakership of Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Matpa,
Mr. Speaker, my vote is for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Matugas,
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation from Siargao and Bocas Grande Island, 1st District of Surigao del Norte, votes for Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano.
Mendoza,
Mr. Presiding Officer, for the workers, TUCP for Cayetano.
Momo,
Construction Workers Solidarity will vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Natividad Naganyo,
Ginoong tagapamahala, sa ngalan po ng ika-4 na distrito ng Nueva Ecija, inihahalal ko si Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano. Maraming pong salamat.
Nava,
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation from the Lone District of Guimaras votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Nieto,
Mr. Presiding Officer, mula po sa 3 distrito ng Maynila, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Noel,
Maubay nga aga aton nga tanan, anwaray votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Nograles Jericho,
Mr. Presiding Officer, the PBA party list would vote for the distinguished gentleman who last served this House as a senior deputy minority leader of the 13th Congress, the honorable gentleman from the 1st District of Taguig Pateros, Alan Peter Cayetano.
Nograles Juan,
On behalf of the 2nd District of Rizal, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Nolasco,
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the people of the 1st District of Cagayan, I hereby vote Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Nunez Malanyaon,
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Owaminal,
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of the 2nd District of Misamis Occidental, including the cities of Tangub and Osamis, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Olivares,
Mr. Presiding Officer, as the representative of the 1st District of Parañaque, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ong Jose,
Mr. Presiding Officer, representing the 2nd District of Northern Samar, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ong Ronnie,
Mr. Presiding Officer, ang Probinsyano Party List votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ortega,
First District of La Union votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Owano Dizon,
Mr. Presiding Officer, as a representative of the 6th District of Cebu, I cast my vote to Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Pacquiao Alberto,
Mr. Speaker, as a representative of OFW Family Party List, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Pacquiao Rogelio,
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. As representative of the Lone District of Sarangani, I vote Alan Peter Cayetano.
Patiernos,
Mr. Speaker, I will vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Paduano,
Mr. Presiding Officer, this is a presentation from Abang Likod Party List votes for Congressman Benny Abante. Thank you.
Palma,
My vote is for the Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Pancho,
Alan Peter Cayetano.
Panotes,
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of my constituents and for the good of the 2nd District of Camarines Norte, I vote for the Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Peña,
Mula po sa unang distrito ng premyadong lungsod ng Makati, ang kinatawampong ito ay para kay Alan Peter Cayetano.
Pichay,
Congressman Cayetano.
Pimentel,
Mr. Speaker, as representative of the 2nd District of the Province of Surigao del Sur, I vote for Representative Alan Peter Cayetano.
Pineda,
Mr. Presiding Officer, the second nominee of One Pacman Party List votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Plaza,
Mr. Presiding Officer, as a representative of the 2nd District of Agusan del Sur, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Puno,
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the people of the 1st District of Antipolo, I cast my vote for the Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Kimbo,
Mr. Speaker, paabantihin natin si Congressman Benny Abante.
Radaza,
Lamdadong District of Lapu-Lapu, we cast our vote for Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ramirez, Sato,
As a representative of the people of Occidental Mindoro, I cast my vote in favor of the Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Ramos,
Mr. Presiding Officer, from the 2nd District of Sorsogon, we vote for Alan Peter Cayetano. Thank you.
Remulla,
The 7th District of Cavite votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Revilla,
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of 2nd District of Cavite, representing Bacoor City of Bacoor, we vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Reyes,
Mr. Presiding Officer, the 3rd District of Quezon City votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Rivera,
Mr. Speaker, sa ngalan po ng Citizens Battle Against Corruption, SIBAC, ang
boto po namin ay binibigay po namin kay Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Robes.
We have heard the President. Sa ngalan po ng lungsod ng San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, kami po ay para kay Speaker Alan Cayetano.
Rodriguez.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the 2nd Congressional District of the City of Golden Friendship, the capital city of the great region of Northern Mindanao, votes for former Senator, former Secretary of Foreign Affairs, now our colleague in the 18th Congress from the 1st District of Taguig, the Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Roman.
Mr. Presiding Officer, sa ngalan ng mga taga-unang distrito ng Bataan, ang aking boto ay para kay Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Romero.
Mr. Speaker, in 1986, after the EDSA Revolution, a schoolmate of mine at the De La Salle, Alabang, stood bravely and debated with the senators Jokno, Tanyada, and Aquino. We were 15 years old at that time. Alan, as he is fondly called, had my respect and admiration since then. I place my vote to a childhood friend of mine, Alan Peter Cayetano. Thank you.
Romualdez Ferdinand.
First District of Leyte votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Romualdez Yeda.
By Gaaga, Mr. Presiding Officer, my vote is for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Romualdo.
Mr. Presiding Officer, our vote is for Representative Cayetano.
Romulo.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as the representative of the Lone District of Pasig City, we vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Roque.
Mr. Presiding Officer, representing the 4th District of Bukidnon, my vote is for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Sakdalan.
First District of North Cotabato votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Sagarbaria.
Mr. Presiding Officer, this presentation votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Sakaluran. Salceda.
Alan.
Salimbangon.
Mr. Presiding Officer, representing the 4th District of Cebu, I go for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Salo.
Mr. Presiding Officer, we need a speaker who has integrity, a clear vision for the country, and a holy fear of God. Thus, Kabayan Party List votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Sanchez.
Mr. Presiding Officer, from Long District of Catanduanes, I vote for Congressman Peter Alan Cayetano.
Sangkopan.
Mr. Presiding Officer, ang boto po ng amin anak Mindanao Party List ay para sa kagalang-galang Alan Peter Cayetano.
Santos Recto.
Mr. Presiding Officer, representing 6th District, Lipa City, I vote for Congressman Peter Alan Cayetano.
Sarmiento.
Good morning, Mr. Presiding Officer. Good morning, everyone. He served well when he was a member of both chambers of Congress, Senate, and the Republic, and of course, the House of Representatives. He served well as well when he was a former Secretary of the Department of Foreign Affairs. The reason why this representation from the 1st District of Samar, including the cities of Calbayog and 9 municipalities, cast the vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano. Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Saulog.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as Kalinga Party List representative, I vote for Congressman Benny Abante.
Saveliano.
Apo Presiding Officer, kas mangibagi iti Primero Distrito ti Ilocos Sur, ti butusami nga para speaker awan sa Bali no saan nga ni Apo Alan Peter Cayetano nga isu ti mangted iti namay iti Ilocanja. Diyos sige na po.
Siao.
Mr. Presiding Officer, before I cast my vote, I would like to acknowledge my constituents in the gallery as well as the people of Iligan City. The Lone District of Iligan supports Alan Peter Cayetano.
Silverio.
As representative of the 3rd District of Bulacan, I vote for my former colleague, Alan Peter Cayetano.
Singson.
I will have to follow the lead of our speaker designate, Congressman Cayetano. Therefore, I vote for Benny Abante.
Singson Mihan.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the 2nd District of Ilocos Sur votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Sinsuat.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mr. Presiding Officer, as representative of the 1st District of Maguindanao and Cotabato City, my vote is for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Swansea Castellita.
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of the people of the 1st District of Nueva Ecija, my vote goes to the person with integrity, Representative Alan Peter Cayetano as Speaker.
Swansea Horacio.
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the people of the 2nd District of Sultan Kudarat, this representation votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Suarez Aleta.
Mr. Speaker, my vote is Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Suarez David.
Mr. Presiding Officer, representing the 2nd District of Quezon Province, we vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Suntay.
Mr. Presiding Officer, in behalf of the people of the 4th District of Quezon City, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
C. Alvarado.
Mr. Presiding Officer, kalaki po ang pag-asa na mas mapapatulin ang mga proyekto na magdadala sa ating mga mahihirap patungo sa pangako ng mas magandang buhay. Ang unang distrito po ng Bulacan sa ngalan po ng inyong kinatawan, Kuya Jonathan C. Alvarado, ay nagtitiwala at bumoboto sa aking kaibigan, Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Taduran.
Sa ngalan po ng pagkakaisa at bilang pagkilala sa kakayahan at kasanayan ni Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano, ako po bilang kinatuwa ng AXIS Party List ay bumuboto po kay Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Talyado.
Mr. Presiding Officer, and we have First District of Camarines Norte. I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano. Thank you.
Tambunting.
Ako po bilang representante ng pangalawang distrito ng siyudad ng Parañaque ay bumoboto para kay Alan Peter Cayetano.
Tan Alisa.
Mr. Presiding Officer, on behalf of the people of the 4th District of the Province of Isabela, I cast our vote in favor of Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano. And, Mr. Presiding Officer, may I respectfully request that my speech to explain my vote be included or inserted into the records. Thank you.
Tan Angelina.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I vote for Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Tan Samir.
Representing the 1st District of Sulu Province, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Tan Shari.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I vote for Benny Abante.
Tan Tambut.
Mr. Speaker, Kusug Tausug Party List votes for Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano.
Tejada.
Presiding Officer, representing the 3rd Congressional District of the Province of Cotabato, votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Teves Arnolfo.
Abante.
Teves Jose.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the JP Party List votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Bianco.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the Voto City votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Tolentino.
Mr. Presiding Officer, kung yung iba po ay umaabante, ito po ay hindi umaatras kay Cayetano. I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Torres Gomez.
The 4th District of Leyte votes for the Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Tulfo.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Tupas.
Mr. Presiding Officer, 5th District of Iloilo votes for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Tutor.
Mr. Presiding Officer, from the 3rd District of Bohol, from the land of the Chocolate Hills, I am voting for Congressman Cayetano.
The people of the 1st District of Misamis Occidental will be in good hands by voting Alan Peter Cayetano. Umali Alfonso.
I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Umali Maria Victoria.
Mr. Presiding Officer, 8th teacher goes for Congressman Benny Abante.
Udabia.
I vote for Congressman Alan Cayetano.
Ungab. Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation is voting for Honorable Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano. Uy, Juliet.
In behalf of the 2nd District of Misamis Oriental, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Uy, Rolando.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Valeriano.
Mr. Speaker, in behalf of the people of 2nd District of Manila, I cast my vote to Speaker Alan Cayetano.
Valmayor.
As representative of the 1st District of Negros Occidental, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Vargas.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as the representative of the 5th District of Quezon City, Novaliches, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Vargas Alfonso.
Mr. Presiding Officer, the 2nd District of Cagayan votes for Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Velasco.
Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation from the Lone District of Marinduque votes for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Veloso.
Without any explanation, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Vergara.
Magandang tanghali po. Bilang kinatuan ng 3rd Distrito ng Nueva Ecija, kami po ay bumoboto para kay kagalang-galang Alan Peter Cayetano.
Villa.
Mr. Chair, I am voting for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Villafuerte.
Jos Marina Aldao sa Indogabos. Mr. Speaker, I vote for the candidate who's my party mate in the Nacionalista Party. I vote for the candidate who's an adopted son of Camarines Sur And most importantly, I vote for the candidate whose wife is a Bicolana. I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Villanueva Eduardo.
Mr. Speaker, presiding officer, for the information of our beloved countrymen nationwide and worldwide, I'm actually in a dilemma because both of the nominees are my highly esteemed brothers in Christ. Nevertheless, Citizens Battle Against Corruption or CBAC Party List decided to vote for the sake of love, unity, and reconciliation, and for the restoration of truth, justice, and righteousness in this August chamber. I vote for Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Villanueva Noel.
Ako na pala. Mr. Speaker, in behalf of the people of the 3rd District of Tarlac, I vote for a veteran legislator, a diplomat, and a statesman, the Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano, as the Speaker of the 18th Congress.
Villar.
Mr. Speaker, as representative of the Lone District of Las Piñas, I vote for Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Villaraza Suarez.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as representative of Alona Party List, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Villarica.
As representative of the 4th District of Bulacan, I vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Violago.
Mr. Presiding Officer, bilang kinatawan ng ikalawang distrito ng Nueva Ecija, ang aking pong boto ay para kay Congressman para po kay Congressman Alan Peter Capanyero Cayetano.
Yap, Eric.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Gusto ko lang pong ipaalam sa lahat na simula May 14 hanggang kaninang umaga, ang aking speaker po ay si Paulo Duterte. Pero dahil po ininominate niya si Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano, naniniwala ako na magiging magaling na speaker po ito. Kaya dahil po doon, ang speaker ko po ay si Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano. Salamat po.
Yap, Victor.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as the last voter for the province of Tarlac, 2nd District, I unanimously complete the voting of the representation of the province for Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano.
You.
Mr. Presiding Officer, as representative of the 1st District of Zamboanga del Sur, I vote for Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano.
Zamora Ronaldo.
Mr. Speaker, Alan Peter Cayetano.
Zamora Waikurat.
Mr. Speaker, this is my 10th year in Congress and I've been trying to file the necessary bills to start with letter Z and ending with letter A. Because tiningnan ko yung relief ko ngayon, 2 hours and 30 minutes bago natawag yung pangalan ko. But at any rate, as the representative of the 1st District,
I already decided to cast my vote in favor kung saan bumoto si Congressman Pulong Duterte. Do you know it? Do you know it, Your Honor? Do not know? Kanino bumoto si Kong Pulong Duterte ho?
Honorable Cayetano.
For the record.
Honorable Cayetano, sir.
Oh. Where did he cast the vote? For the record. Saan po bumoto si Congressman? Kanino bumoto si Congressman Pulong Duterte?
Secretary says it's for Congressman Cayetano, sir.
Who?
Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano po.
O di Cayetano.
Zarate.
Ginoong presiding officer, ang kinatawang ito po ng bayan muna ay bumoboto para kay Congressman Benny Abante.
Zubiri.
Sa wakas, tapos na rin. Nung kindergarten hanggang ngayon, huli. Parati akong huli. Anyway, okay lang. I vote for this representation, votes for Alan Peter Cayetano. Maraming salamat.
Second roll call, voting for the position of Speaker, Aglipay, Lopez Jose, Sakaluran.
2 members abstaining from the vote, and a member registering a no vote, the results of the voting show the gentleman from the 1st District of Taguig City, Pateros, the Honorable Alan Peter Compañeros Cayetano, garnered 266 votes. The gentleman from Manila, the Honorable Bienvenido Abante, garnered 28 votes.
Mr. Presiding Officer,
with 266 votes, the chair declares the gentleman from the 1st District of Taguig City, Pateros, the Honorable Alan Peter Compañero S. Cayetano, as the duly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move that a committee of 8 members composed of Honorable Paulo Z. Duterte, Honorable Lord Alan J. Velasco, Honorable Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, Honorable Roberto Puno, Honorable Luis Raymond Villafuerte Jr., Honorable Aurelio Gonzalez Jr., Honorable Michael John R. Duavit, and Honorable Michael L. Romero be constituted to notify the Honorable Alan Peter Compañero S. Cayetano of his election as Speaker of the House of Representatives, and thereafter to escort the Speaker-elect to the rostrum for the taking rights. So move, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The notification committee is hereby constituted. The members of the House so named are hereby appointed to the notification committee, and they are requested to inform the Speaker-elect, the Honorable Alan Peter Compañero S. Cayetano, of his election and to escort him to the rostrum. The chair invites the family of the Speaker-elect to join him at the rostrum as he takes his oath of office. Session is suspended.
Section 82. Honorable members of the House of Representatives, the Speaker of the 18th Congress, the gentleman from the 1st District of Taguig City, Pateros, the Honorable Alan Peter Compañero S. Cayetano.
Merci.
The Honorable Braden John Q. Biron of the 4th District of Iloilo will administer the oath of office to the Speaker-elect. The Honorable Biron is requested to come to the rostrum and administer the oath of office to the Speaker. May I request all members of the House to please rise.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Alan Peter Compañero S. Cayetano,
Of
of the 1st District of Taguig City and Pateros,
having been elected as
having been elected as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, 18th Congress,
hereby solemnly swear
hereby solemnly swear
that I will well and faithfully discharge to the best of my ability
that I will well and faithfully discharge to the best of my ability
the duties of my present position and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines,
the duties of my present position and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
and that I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily,
and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily,
without mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
without mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Honorable members of the 18th Congress, may we hear some words.
Session resume.
Honorable members of the 18th Congress, may we hear some words from our primos inter pares, Speaker Alan Peter Compañero Cayetano.
Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything shall be added unto you. As we seek to win the campaign against drugs, crime, and corruption, we also seek to destroy and win the battle against poverty and other things that are ailing the Filipino people and our nation. President Roa Duterte, or Mayor Rodi as he is fondly called, wants a safe and comfortable life for all. The House of Representatives, the House of the People, are partners with the Duterte administration. We are partners in pursuing a better life for all Filipinos, whether we talk about teachers, about senior citizens, about young people, OFWs, professionals, our teachers, government workers, workers in the private sectors, our out-of-school youth, rich or poor, young or old, of whatever persuasion, of whatever religion, we are all connected and united. Regardless of our religious beliefs, of our personal circumstances, the verse I started with is actually a guide and a fundamental truth. In layman's terms, it's very simple. When we say, seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, we are saying, gawin natin kung ano yung tama. Let us do what is right. People love their congressmen, but they love to hate Congress. This is something I ask all of you. In unison, let us change that.
because this is the house of the people. We should respect and love our congressman, but we should also feel that the House of Representatives is the house of the people. Tayo po ang takbuhan ng sambayanan. We will do what is right so that we will have a Congress that is relevant, responsive, and reliable. United, we commit to God and our people the work of the 18th Congress. Sa lahat po sa inyo, sa mga miyembro ng 18th Congress, sa lahat po ng nagdadasal sa ating Kongreso, maraming salamat po sa inyong tiwala. Sana po ako'y maging worthy at sana po'y tulungan niyo ako para sa loob po ng 15 buwan ay mapagsilbihan po natin ang ating mga kababayan ng mabuti at lahat po na nasa legislative agenda, ubusin na natin at ipasa na natin dahil mas magandang magawa na natin ito kagad. Again, maraming salamat sa inyo.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of the 17th Congress Rules of the House of Representatives as the provisional rules of the House to govern its proceedings until the adoption of the rules of the House of Representatives for the 18th Congress. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The rules of the 17th Congress is hereby adopted as provisional rules of the House of Representatives for the 18th Congress.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we now proceed with the oath-taking of the members of the House of Representatives.
We will now proceed with the oath-taking of the House of Representatives. All members of the House, please rise. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Of having been elected to the position of hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge to the best of my abilities the duties of my present position and all others that I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines. And that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations. Floor Leader.
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleagues, today we speak of a man who we believe we will be able to steer this chamber into great heights in the next 3 years. We live in exciting yet challenging times with significant reforms being undertaken by the government in the hopes of bettering the lives of the Filipino people. At the forefront of these efforts will be crucial legislation necessary for the realization of the objectives of the administration. The man I am about to nominate is someone with a reputation of being a consensus builder, a tough, hardworking, but fair, and most importantly, generous of mind, heart, and spirit, of course, who I believe possess the qualities that we as an institution need in these crucial and critical 3 years. Service to the people is in his DNA, clearly seen from his early academic achievements. He holds a Bachelor of Arts in Government from Cornell University, a Certificate of Special Studies in Administration and Management from Harvard University. He also earned his Bachelor of Laws degree from the University of the Philippines. After several years in the private sector, he entered public service and was a 3-term representative of the 1st District of Leyte, serving the people of his district with great dedication, vision, and care. He was the author and sponsor of landmark legislation such as Republic Act 10754, which expanded the benefits and privileges granted to people with disabilities. He's a doting father to 4 children and a loving husband to his wife, our colleague, Representative Yeda Marie Romualdez. I mention this, Mr. Speaker, because by virtue of being a family man, he will serve this chamber and this country to the greatest of his abilities and with utmost dedication and sincerity, because he believes in helping shape a better future for his children. Mr. Speaker, it is with the firmness of conviction and with great honor and pride that the majority members of the House of Representatives nominate the Honorable Ferdinand Martin Romualdez as Majority Leader of the House of Representatives for the 18th Congress. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion on the part of the majority bloc of the House of Representatives to elect the Honorable Ferdinand Martin G. Romualdez of the 1st District of Leyte as the Majority Leader of the House of Representatives. Is there any objection? There being none, the Honorable Ferdinand Martin G. Romualdez is hereby elected Majority Leader of the House of Representatives.
Thank you, Speaker, and my colleagues of the 18th Congress. I vow to serve you all and the Republic of the Philippines. Thank you.
Majority Leader, please take over. We will have the oath taking of the Majority Leader-elect. May we invite you and your family.
I, Ferdinand Martin G. Romualdez,
of the 1st District
of the 1st District of Leyte,
having been elected as
Majority Leader
hereby solemnly swear that I will well and faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties of my present position and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines. And I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines. And that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I move that we now proceed to the election of the Deputy Speakers of the House of Representatives.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. The election of the Deputy Speakers of the House of Representatives is now in order.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we elect Honorable Congressman Paulo Zimmerman Duterte, Congressman Ferdinand Ledesma Hernandez, Congresswoman Evelina Guevara Escudero, Congresswoman Lorna Regina Bautista Legarda, Congressman Conrad Estrella III, Congressman Prospero Ariza Pichay Jr., Congressman Roberto Villanueva Puno, Congressman Eduardo Cruz Villanueva, Congressman Aurelio Jr. Dueñas Gonzalez, Congressman Johnny T. Pimentel, Congressman El Rey Favis Villafuerte Jr. as Deputy Speakers of the House of Representatives.
As stated by the Majority Leader, they are unanimously elected as Deputy Speakers of the House of Representatives.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we now proceed to the election of the Secretary General.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. The election of the Secretary General is now in order.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we elect Attorney Jose Luis G. Montalles as the Secretary General of the House of Representatives.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. Attorney Jose Luis G. Montales is unanimously elected Secretary General of the House of Representatives.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we now proceed to the election of the Sergeant at Arms.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. The election of the Sergeant at Arms is now in order.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we elect General Ramon C. Apolinario as the Sergeant at Arms of the House of Representatives.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Former General Ramon C. Apolinario is unanimously elected Sergeant at Arms of the House of Representatives.
Mr. Speaker, may we request the Secretary General, Attorney Jose Luis Montales, to go up to the rostrum with the members of his family for the oath taking. Move to suspend session.
I, Jose Luis Montales, having been elected to the position of Secretary General
Having been elected as Secretary General
of the House of Representatives, hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge to the best of my abilities the duties of my present position and all others that I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines, that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will obey all laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines, and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congrats, God.
May we request Sergeant at Arms General Ramon C. Apolinario to go up the rostrum for his oath taking.
I, Ramon Colet Apolinario, having been elected to the position of Sergeant at Arms of the House of Representatives, hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge to the best of my abilities the duties of my present position and all others that I may hereafter hold
that I may hereafter hold
under the Republic of the Philippines,
under the Republic of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I will obey all laws,
that I will obey all laws,
legal orders,
and decrees
promulgated by the duly constituted authorities
of
the Republic of the Philippines, and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration of House Resolution number 73.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Consideration of House Resolution number 73 is now in order. The Secretary General will now read the title of the resolution.
House Resolution number 73, resolution informing the Senate that the House of Representatives has been organized and has entered upon the exercise of its functions.
I move for the adoption of the House Resolution number 73.
There is a motion to adopt House Resolution number 73. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The House Resolution number 73 is adopted.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration of House Resolution number 74.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Consideration of House Resolution number 74 is now in order. The Secretary General is instructed to read the title of the resolution.
House Resolution number 74, resolution informing President Rodrigo Roa Duterte that the House of Representatives has been organized and has entered upon the exercise of its functions.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of House Resolution number 74.
There is a motion to adopt House Resolution 74. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. House Resolution 74 is adopted.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration of House Concurrent Resolution number 2.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Consideration of House Concurrent Resolution number 2 is now in order. The Secretary General is instructed to read the title of the said resolution.
House Concurrent Resolution number 2, concurrent resolution providing for the Senate and the House of Representatives to hold a joint session to hear the message of the President of the Republic of the Philippines.
I move for the adoption of the House Resolution, Concurrent Resolution number 2.
There is a motion to adopt House Concurrent Resolution number 2. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. House Concurrent Resolution number 2 is adopted. The session is suspended while the House transmits messages to the Senate.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration of the messages from the Senate.
Session is resumed. Majority Leader.
I move for the consideration of the messages from the Senate, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, consideration of messages from the Senate is now in order. Secretary General is instructed to read the messages from the Senate.
Message dated July 22, 2019, informing the House that the Senate on even date adopted Senate resolution informing the House of Representatives that a quorum is present in the Senate and that this body has entered upon the exercise of its functions for the first regular session of the 18th Congress of the Philippines.
To the calendar, to the archives.
Message dated July 22, 2019, informing the House that the Senate on even date adopted Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 1 entitled Concurrent Resolution Creating a Joint Committee of the Senate and the House of Representatives to notify the President of the Philippines that Congress, now convened for its first regular session of the 18th Congress of the Philippines, is ready to hear his State of Nation address in a joint session of both houses.
To the calendar of the business for the day.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration of Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 1.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. Consideration of Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 1 is now in order. The Secretary General is requested to read the title of the resolution.
Concurrent Resolution Number 1. Concurrent Resolution creating a joint committee of the Senate and the House of Representatives to notify the President of the Philippines that Congress, now convened for its first regular session of the 18th Congress of the Philippines, is ready to hear his State of the Nation address in a joint session of both houses.
I move for the adoption of the Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 1.
There is a motion to adopt Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 1. Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 1 is adopted. Majority Leader.
In view of the adoption of Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 1, authorizing the creation of a joint committee of both houses to notify the President of the Philippines that Congress is convened and ready to hear his message on the part of the House, I move that the following appointed to the joint committee. Move for suspension, Mr. Speaker.
Session suspended.
Session resumed.
Session is resumed.
In view of the adoption of the Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 1 authorizing the creation of a joint committee of both houses to notify the President of the Philippines that Congress is convened and ready to hear his message on the part of the House, I move that the following be appointed to the joint committee. Congressman Paulo Zimmerman Duterte, Congressman Ferdinand Ledesma Hernandez, Congresswoman Evelina Guevara Escudero, and Congresswoman Lorna Regina Bautista Legarda.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. The members of the House of Representatives so named are hereby appointed to the Joint Committee and are requested to immediately discharge their responsibility.
In order to give the members of the Joint Committee time to perform their assigned task and until the House counterpart is ready to report back their accomplishment to this House, I move for the suspension of the session.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. The session is suspended.
The session is suspended, but we will be moving to the next item.
Session is resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, in the spirit of getting the Congress organized, I move that we elect the Senior Deputy Majority Floor Leader, Honorable Jesus Crispin Remulla of Cavite, as the Senior Deputy Majority Leader.
Is there any objection? Hearing not only the applause but no objection, Congressman Remulla is hereby elected.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the election of the following chairpersons to the following committees. Committee on Appropriations, Honorable Isidro Ungab, Chairman of Committee on Appropriations.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, Congressman Ungab is elected as the chairperson of the Committee on Appropriations.
For Committee on Accounts, Chairman, Congressman Bambo Tolentino, Tagaytay.
Is there any objection? Again, is there any objection? I'm waiting for an objection. There's no objection. Congressman Tolentino is elected on the Committee on Accounts.
Mr. Speaker, we have received a report from the Joint Committee that the President has been informed that Congress will convene in a joint session at 4 o'clock this afternoon to hear his State of the Nation address. Mr. Speaker, we wish to remind the members of this chamber that all of us must be here an hour before the joint session at 4 o'clock. Preferably, sir, ma'ams, before 3 o'clock, as there will be a lockdown, so please dress and prepare accordingly.
The remarks of the Majority Leader are duly noted.
Mr. Speaker, to give way to the joint session at 4 o'clock this afternoon, I move that we adjourn the session until tomorrow, Tuesday, July 23, 2019 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Before we adjourn, the Deputy Speakers who were elected can take their oath right after we adjourn. If there are no objections, the Chair hears no objections. The session is adjourned until tomorrow, Tuesday, July 23, 2019 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hey,